Okay, hello everybody. I'm RIptieron, as you well may know, or you may not know. Anyway, I have been playing this world for about 2 weeks. Well, about a week and a half. Week and some odd days, I don't know, to be honest. This is a world that I am very hopeful about. It is going to replace my long running world of Thimbleland, which I was very sad to put down. I had to put it down. And I have high hopes for this world because it took me a long time to settle on a new seed. And unlike Thimbleland, at the very beginning of that series, I announced that I was going to do that seed, and because of all the updates in the world terrain and all that, at the time it was a 161 world, and it generated in, and then a series of things happened to Thimbleland. Number one, I was running extra large biomes, and extra large biomes, they basically kind of broke the biomes with 172, I think. But yeah, the 1.7 terrain generation, just large biomes became super stupendously large biomes. Yes, and it was really kind of ridiculous what it did to my world. I had everything that I wanted to see or find was 5,000 blocks away, and it was about 2,000 blocks outside of spawn before I got to any other biome, and all of spawn was engulfed in a giant jungle, one big jungle, and that was just, I couldn't do it. So I got out of that world, and enough of that. There, yeah, I got out of that world and I created this one. And even though I had a lot of great things in that world, and I was really proud of it, it was something I had to let go of. And I'm happy to say that this world is going to shape up to be much better. I've already done some major improvements with the infrastructure of this world, and that could prove to be a very good thing. I was looking around at spawn, and you might have noticed since the last video, episode 3, I believe. This is episode 4. I replaced all the pumpkins. I've been mining a lot of trees. I was able to get the coal, the charcoal, smelted up, and replaced all the parade grounds with pumpkins. So it's a big job. It really was. Been mining trees. These trees have been needing mining. I'm gonna leave a couple of these big ones because I kind of like the way they look. I would like to get a few big ones up on this hill, but I gotta do that. Did this project here with the mining wood here, and I was surveying spawn because all this is just the tip of spawn, and I've kind of decided that I am going to, boy, I got my sound turned way up. Every time I jump onto Redstone UHC, the server I play with, Ozrith Clay on, it screws up my sound because this is 1.6.2 and the older sound, the way the sound was laid out was just horrible, which is why they got rid of it. It's not YouTube friendly. But I was just squaring off some of these, filling in the deep ends of the pools here, and just looking around, generally deciding where I wanted to do things. And for the most part, I've decided that I'm going to do a regular just beautification process of spawn, because I don't want too many farms running inside of spawn chunks. And the reason that is basically because of this iron Foundry hybrid that I'm making. I like the Tango Tech design, and what I'm doing is I found a way to, basically a very simple way to use the chaining, village chaining, to my benefit, and this farm is going to be a 68 village iron farm. 68 villages in this thing. This is the older version of Minecraft, so I can still make an iron foundry like design. And when I finish with this design, I'm just gonna, close. When I upgrade to a 1.9 world or higher, I'm just gonna close it down, and I won't ever need iron again, because this thing will be producing iron so fast that I'll fill up a chest array all the way to bedrock, a silo, maybe a couple of silos, and in this world I will not need iron ever again. This thing will, Tango Tech has boasted on his site, his YouTube channel, about how fast his farms produce iron. He is correct. I have built them. We have built them on a server with Ozrith. I've done this, and we've actually tweaked them so that actually, I should say Ozrith Clay has tweaked them so that they run flawlessly. And two things you can do to a Tango Tech design that he does not go over in great length, but I think he does mention it. One is the drop tube. The drop tube, if you go 30 blocks down, you're getting those golems outside of the village radius or perimeter, and that means that the villages can do a check instantly once the golems are gone. So the faster the golems are leaving that area up top, the faster they're going to do a check. When you've got that thing down at least 30 blocks, those golems never stop falling, because a 44 village version is enough to do a very, very, very fast push on golems. That's 4 golems per village that can possibly spawn if you've got all the villagers there. In other words, 50 villagers plus. And with the golems leaving the area faster and the checks happening faster, on Redstone UHC, the server where this setup is running, I've never seen less than 4 golems burning in the reclaim system at a time. Sometimes it's upwards to 8 to 10 golems in there all at the same time. Now, this design boasts both a 30 plus drop tube. I think that's about 40 blocks there. And the other thing is, while golems may spawn in and fall on this side, 4 other golems in this side, which are outside of the range of that, could be falling too. And then again on this side. So I'm estimating I might have 10 to 15 golems burning down here in this trench all at the same time. And immediately when they fall, they're gonna spawn in again. So this could quickly add up to 16 plus golems all at the same time going into that river of iron that I'm thinking about. I don't know how jacked up this farm's going to be, but I do know it's going to blow away anything I've ever seen Tango Tech do. These farms are ridiculous, and this is a ridiculous build. It's far more than anybody needs to have, and it's a ridiculous amount of. I shouldn't have started this. It's too much resources for a beginner. I should have made just a regular iron farm. I had to put it on hold because it's way too ambitious for this type of thing without a beacon to do some like quick strip mining. I don't have enough cobble for that thing. I have that's about 9 or 10 loads of glass right there from the desert, which is right behind me, and I have all this stuff. I can't make the tools to get this stuff fast enough. Anyway, the reason I brought that up is because any design that chains villages has to have a keep alive system for spawn chunks. All of spawn chunks will keep loaded while this farm is running. I haven't installed the keep alive yet because it involves a portal and a bunch of hoppers, and you need to have a lot of stuff in there while you're building the doors. Once you get enough villages up there, the golems dropping down will keep this farm alive, because basically you harvest the poppies to go in the keep alive to tick away into the nether. You need to tick away an entity into the nether in order to keep the spawn chunks loaded. Every time an item entity goes through the portal, it reloads spawn. Thus, it creates a little bit of lag, so that's why I haven't done it. If I have more timers and more farms inside of spawn, then that's going to increase the lag generated on my world. So if I leave here, go through this portal, go out somewhere in the world 1,000 plus blocks away, spawn will still be loaded, and that's the purpose for that keep alive system. If I have other timers running things in this area that are still loaded, it's going to contribute to the lag which the keep alive is generating already. So I want to place my farms just outside of this range in the perimeter, namely this area over here near the witch hut, because I'm going to be spending a lot of time right here, and this is where I want the benefit for the lag to be. Because all this will keep running whether I'm here or not. So I want the witch hut to run and my farms to run, and basically I want all this stuff to go back to a silo, which is right outside of this area right here. Boy. So that's my plan. That's the grand plan. So you've heard it from the Poobah's mouth. Anyway, I'll update you when I have some work done. Hate this. It's nighttime. Come on, I can see stars. Really. I'll see you later. Bye.